Welcome back guys to another episode. In today's video we'll be talking about array. Let's make a quick recap of what we did in the previous video. In the previous video we talked about variable, and we say variable is like a container which we use to store data such as number, text or value, which we can reuse in our code later. And we create a variable, or we can declare a variable using the var, let or const. So in today's video we'll be talking about array. So what is an array? Array is a special variable which we use in storing multiple data or information. That is, the item we store in a variable. We say we store items. The value of we store item inside this variable. So by creating an array, we'll be storing multiple items in just one single array. So let's declare an array. How do we declare an array? Create a variable and give it a name. Let me just call it equal to. Then how do you create an array? This is how we declare an array, by opening these two brackets. Then we give it a value, and by giving it value we can give it anything, like unlike what we say in the data types. We can give it string, numbers, boolean, and so on. Let me give it a string of a name. Let me call it JavaScript. Let me give it a number. Let me give it another string. We separate them with comma. When creating an item or value inside an array, you separate them with comma. Let me create another one. Let me call it fruit. Then let me call this true. That's it. So this is how we store multiple items in an array. And in this array, unlike what we said in creating a variable which we can change a value in it, or we can remove. So first of all, how can we change? Okay, let's display all the item in this variable. Let me just do log console.log and give it the name of the array. As you can see it here, I just log all the value in this array. So in order for me to get all the value in this in JavaScript, when in JavaScript like this, all the length or all the total number of value in this array. Now how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. But in order for me to get any value or any value I want in it, when counting an array, we don't count as 1, 2, 3. This is how we count it. We count the index by saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means in this array we have 4 items in it. But if I want to get the total number of the value in this array, I cannot say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in order for me to get any value individually, I have to start by counting from 0. So what does that mean? Let's put it into practice. Let me clear this out. So first of all, let me add an item to this variable without touching it here. I want to add an item to it without touching it. So how will I do that? I'll just say array. I'll call the name of this variable. I'll say dot push. That means I'm adding an item. I'm adding an item here, a new item. Then I'll give it what am I adding? I'm adding. Let me just say orange. Let me log it. As you can see, I just log orange. I just add another item to this array without touching it. I add another item to it without touching it. And how can I remove an item from this array without touching it? Same thing applies to it. Let me just comment this out. Okay, since I already add this, so instead of saying array.push, I'll say array.pop. I'm taking out the last item in it. This will be empty. Let me clear this out. Let me just comment this out. As you can see, I comment this last item I put. That means it won't be adding it. It won't be adding it. So the last item we are having in this array is true. As you can see, by saying array.put, by calling the name of this variable and say .pop, it will take out the last variable, the last item in it. And to take out the last item in it. So now if I want to get any item individually, like I need this item, how will I do it? Let me just comment this out. What I'll do is I'll call array at position 1. Okay, let me log it. So let me just put it in a variable. Let me call it output. And let me log output. I want it to be very clear for you so that you understand. Now let me log it. Let me clear this also. I'll log it. As you can see, I'm getting the item at position 1. That's this 0, this 1, this 2, 3, 4. But if I'll be getting the total number of items in this array, it will be 5. And how will I do that? Let me comment this out by saying, okay, let me not get it confused. Let me put it here. I'll call this R. Okay, let me put it inside a variable by saying let me call this one to output by saying dot length. So by saying dot length, this will give me the total number of item in this array. So let me log it. Let me clear this output. As you can see, this is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if I'm to select any item from this array, I won't be starting by saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll be starting from 0, 0. This will be 0. This will be 1, 2, 3, 4. And I can still change. I can change this item. Any item, like, no need for me. Just imagine me changing this JavaScript without touching it here. How will I do that? Let me comment these two out. Let me put it inside a variable, also call output. Equal to, then I'll say r equal to, okay, let me take it out from this variable and just call it equal to, I'm changing this item at position 0, then I'll give it 0 inside, and I'll give it the new value. Let me just call it C. Okay, let me call it Python. And let me display all the value in this variable. I'll display all the value. So this JavaScript now, we are changing it by replacing it with this Python. So let me display it. Okay, I didn't log it. As you can see now, I've changed this output, this value in JavaScript. I'm replacing it with Python. So if I want to change this to, by getting the index number of this item, this will be 2. That's 1, 0, 1, 2. Let me change the value of this of index number 2. Let me select 2. Let me call it apple. Let me log it. As you can see, we've changed mango. We've changed this value, this item, from mango to apple. So guys, this is how array works. So let's talk about object. Object is something is almost similar to array, but let's talk about it